it was always going to be a pretty tough task to chase down that sort of total, but we got ourselves in a position from 41, 42 overs where we just needed to have a good power play and we were there. But these power plays can affect you both ways, and unfortunately it affected us in a negative way. And in the end, we did pretty well to scramble a tie out of it. So I think, look, we've got to celebrate the fact it was an unbelievable game of cricket. Probably the best advert for 50-over format you could possibly get. So, some great performances on both sides. Both sides will be partly happy, partly sad. Given the importance of the game, India in a World Cup, and it was obviously crucial that one of our players went on and got a big score today. So, it was an innings that I'm very proud of. It would have been great to have been not out at the end and seen the boys home, but 158 still something you'll be very proud of. We batted very well twice, which is important. On these flat wickets, you've got to get guys that go on and get big scores. So we've done that twice, which is great. Our bowling can still be better than it was today, but our fielding was generally better. And we finished our 50 overs in the field really well. Tim Bresnan bowled brilliantly, but just as a group, as a unit, I was very pleased with how we went about those last 10 overs. And, to chase down 338 was a great effort. I've got to say, with 3 overs left, it didn't look great. And the power play cost us badly. There's no doubt about it. But brilliant performance from Bresnan and Swan and Shazad hitting that 6 at the end there. And I think it would have been bitterly disappointing for us if we hadn't got something out of the game. Let's put it that way. The referral, I don't know. I mean, apparently if you're that far down the pitch, it needs to be hitting middle stump to be given out. So. I don't know. I didn't know that was part of the rules, and obviously Belly was lucky to get away with it. No, it was cramped. Yeah, he's just starting to cramp up. A classy innings. You need to be able to score freely from both ends if you're chasing that many, and he did that right from ball one. So again, I think he's like me, a little disappointed that he didn't see us home, but it was a great innings nonetheless. I said, lads, that is an unbelievably flat wicket. We can chase this, and our planning was just to play it very similarly to how we played against Holland, but just take on the odd boundary option in the middle, and that's exactly what we did. So, it's a sort of chase that gives you a lot of confidence as a batting group that you can chase down anything, and that's important.
Andrew, hi. Shane Warne tweeted ahead of the game that it'll be a tie. Your thoughts on it?
He's a genius.
Andrew, just on the Jimmy point and comparing him with Tim Bresnan, what's Tim doing right and Jimmy's doing wrong? And do we maybe need to look at Jimmy's role within the team, perhaps not being a new ball bowler and having him when the ball's a bit older?
Look, every wicket's different, and so I wouldn't rule Jimmy out at this stage of taking a lot of new ball wickets. That's what he's very good at. Tim Bresnan's a very different type of bowler. He hits the deck much harder. He doesn't look to swing the ball away from the bat as much, and he's been brilliant in the middle overs and in the power play overs. So, look, Jimmy's got a lot of skills. Anyone who writes a guy of that quality off is pretty naive to me.
Andrew, do you think bowling is a bit of a worry for both the sides, considering that in the first match you gave around 290 odd runs, and again 340 runs on this track? Do you think it's a worry for both the sides, England as well as India?
Well, I think most sides, if they played on that wicket, would find it hard to keep other teams quiet. It was a very, very flat wicket. But there's no doubt about it. In this World Cup, the sides that find a way of keeping batsmen quiet or taking advantage of wickets that offer something to either the seamers or the spinners are going to be the ones that end up doing very well in the tournament. There's no doubt that if you can find a way to pressurise batsmen and then take wickets, that makes it very difficult for opposition teams.